So these are my K-pop shelves, and it's 2025. Well, a lot has changed. I sold a lot of albums, and I definitely reached a point where even if I like a song or like a group, I just don't feel like buying their album, which is a huge step considering how many albums I used to buy, and it was like pretty much an addiction. So, yay, I'm over that. So, I guess let's talk about my K-pop shelves a bit at least. So, let's start with the smaller ones that are like here. So, these there is less, I guess. That's mainly my extra replay and play copies and like SM Town stuff at top. There's still Hyoyeon, not just Yuri. Okay, so there's that. But this is completely empty, which is good. Eventually, I would like to get these down. Maybe keep that one, or I don't know, but like these. So I have my newest and pristine albums, like Pledis thing. Then I have my Oh My Girl albums. I decided to sell ONF or On and Off, so that's not a WM shelf anymore. And there are some April standees for some reason, and my remaining Monsta X stuff. Technically, I do have some others still. I just have not put them up on Vinted, so I have not sold them. But I am considering selling the remaining Monsta X albums as well. So, but ideally, these would move to the other shelves. Yeah, and then this is pretty similar as to how it used to be, except the Suju solo stuff got way out of hand, so I had to move these around a bit. So that shelf that used to be like a girl group shelf completely is now like Super Junior solo stuff, and it's almost full, and I still don't have Yesang's latest or Kyuhyun or Inhyuk, so just consider it full. I don't know, like it's just crazy, like why do you do so many solos? And like I don't know, like I really hate how those Kyuhyun albums take up so much space. Yeah, that's my complaint about them, but yeah. So that's still like my top 2 or 3 girl groups, yeah, because Tiara moved, so FX9 Muses and Tiara can fit in these two because neither of these groups are gonna have more albums, so they can just share that little shelf. And then it doesn't continue because of Suju solo, and it continues there with After School, Kara and Daeshebet. And then, well, those groups used to be on the same shelf, they just moved to this side from that side because now it's like Shinba and Jia sharing a shelf because they can fit just right. Jia is not gonna have any more releases, and I doubt Shinba would have there. Then that's where I fit my Infinite stuff. I sold the solo stuff. So now I have the group stuff only. Sometimes I'm considering selling the limited ones or something. I don't know, like, so weird to feel like this about K-pop, but yeah, that's what it is. Then there is, of course, Madtown, in fact. And then like what's remaining of like my Domeshinki, JYJ, TVXQ, whatever, everything collection. Basically, I sold the Junsu stuff, I think. I think that's all I sold. There's like the DB5K, everything, and like the beginning of JYJ and like just Homin. And then it continues from there with the bigger albums. So yeah, and for like Japanese stuff, that also like I like how they are just fitting on these small shelves. Yeah, like wow, my Tiara stuff does have some sun damage on the spines. Those are really, they really hate the sun. Like all the other albums are not that bad. Like, well, maybe I can see some on the Suju singles or Japanese releases. Yeah, so there's Tiara, there's After School, Kara, and one Daeshebet CD, and there you have some Jia and Madtown. Yeah, those are my Elf magazines, some Infinite Star card boxes, just the same stuff. That's where my shiny stuff is at. And then some remaining groups that I always considered kind of top, which is Yukis, Speed, 2-4K. Yeah. The issue is that usually boy groups fall into like victims to my selling stuff. Then that's my main Super Junior collection. It continues here, but they kind of haven't released stuff in a while, so maybe for the 20th anniversary they will release some group stuff, which is what I would prefer them do. Then there is, well, this is just D&E because they have enough stuff on their own. I just got the latest albums there. And there is like the other subunits. Other subunits have less stuff than D&E. What a surprise. Then these are the DVDs. Like, I think I have almost everything. Like First Japan Tour Complete, like Super Show 6. I did get the regular one. Yeah, I did get it. Okay. Then even Present, I have the regular version. Like I am only missing like the KRY Tour regular version here. And then I'm missing the Blu-ray of the D&E thing, the side tour. I have both here and here I'm missing it, so yeah, like, but at least the older stuff I completed, and I like those more because at least they look different. Like for the newer stuff, they're just like duplicates basically. I also got these, like the special Return of the King thing, then just regular versions of it, then Super Show 9 in Japan, and then this is the latest event, Blue Word. Which is kind of weird because like they had the Blue Word single and it's like, okay, 10 years have passed, probably no one remembers we already used this name. I don't know, like it's weird. Then some more Japanese singles and releases, different bigger versions that only fit here because just the regular case is up there. Of course, D&E is up there, then the old This Is Love versions and my extra of the 10th anniversary albums. I guess that's mostly it, except like there are the live CDs, like some Gung K-drama stuff. And random obi strips are there. Then some season greetings at the back and my Albert replica from the Gung drama. Yeah, and like some more merch. I did get this Super Show 4 pillow, which was one of the first merch I saw, like ever, on eBay, and then I got it like, I don't know, more than 10 years later. Just basically empty postcard and other smaller thing boxes back there. Then these are usually like the big stuff that doesn't fit anywhere else, like LPs. So mainly Yesung has LPs, and like LP cases also like the same size. There are the photo books at the bottom. I don't have Knights of the Lamp. Then my fan site photo books of Donghae being the same. Then all the albums of, like, all the bigger versions of the albums. Yeah, it's the same, really. And then we saw that. Then I guess this corner is the same. This is like the JBJ stuff. Haven't thought of that for a while. In a bit, I guess. Then that's like Alphabet and EXO. Yeah, they are hanging there. Like, since I've seen Alphabet live like 3 times. Like, I guess they are still hanging there. And like, for EXO, like, these are the songs that I like, the albums that I really liked. So, and Chance solo, but yeah. And then some, well, just very few boy groups that still remain. While Snooper and their 80s sound with Sweet Tune, of course, it's like, when I think of selling them, I go on Spotify and just listen to their stuff, and I'm like, Sweet Tune, yeah. And then some other second gen groups and whatnot. And of course, there are these albums like Lovelies, La Boom, Sonamu, Hello Venus. Yeah, and of course my favorite albums from Red Velvet remained, and then April, and then some, well, I guess the ones that I sometimes think of, like
do I keep, do I not? It's always like newer groups, so like Dreamcatcher, A-Pink, but then I go and listen to some stuff and then I realize like this is good, like really good. Yeah, and there's some SNSD and of course like Yuri and Hyoyeon solo stuff. Then some more second gen like Rainbow and Wonder Girls and Girls' Day, and then of course some very few Twice, but the ones I like the most. Like there would be newer ones that I would get based on like kind of the rule I have to, the ones that I kept, but I just don't buy new albums. That's why I don't have anything newer than Fancy, even though there are albums slash title tracks that I like as much as I like Likey and Fancy. So yeah, and there's like the Unity albums, the two, and then for solo there is still Chungha and Boa. So that's all that I have. Like it's so crazy, like that used to be completely full, that too, and like the top and everywhere it was so full. Now it's mainly just like Suju. And yeah, so I think by the way I talk about these you can tell that I'm not that attached. It's just a weird feeling, but this year it will be like 5 years since I actively stopped collecting K-pop. So yeah, still have a lot of stuff, you know, like it's crazy still. So, and I sold so many, like you well, those who were there at that time, you know how much I sold, but like normal people don't have that many albums. Well, maybe they do. I just like it got out of hand. I just couldn't, like I was not in control, even though I thought I was, and it was definitely an addiction. So yeah, I always advised against it, but there are some things that you only learn by making your own mistakes, and that's what I did. So yeah, they're pretty, like nice colors, and like it just looks nice. Oh, by the way, like look at my Disney ears, because now I prioritize travel. I actually went to Disneyland Paris, which is not even far away from me, so like my only excuse not going earlier was because I was spending all my money on K-pop, and I just really love that I'm traveling now. Like there are just places that I wanted to go for so long, and like I've always loved London, so being there like a couple more times, and now finally I went to like Berlin, I went to Barcelona again, I went to Rome and some other Italian cities. Italy is really close, like with plane it's always like maximum 1.5 hours, so like it's easy to just go there. And I don't know, like there are so many cities I still want to visit. So I'm just glad I can do that now. And I spend my money on like city cards and like, I don't know, entry fees, and I don't know, like renting a car because Scotland needed a car, and I finally was to Scotland, and I'm really looking forward to going to Ireland. And I don't even know, like there are so many things. Like if you follow me on Instagram you can see the pictures. There's, if you don't care then it's not that interesting, but if you care then you can follow me. They're just pictures of me at various European cities because I buy cheap plane tickets. Well, at least that's one very good thing about living in Europe, that all the other European stuff is close. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Bye!